Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Fokana with Amarojha. And yes, today I'm very happy because I'm getting someone very special in this show. I'm getting my very own crewmate, Bosco. He's a dancer and he was a footballer as well. So let's just keep that aside and focus on the dancing part. So let's just go ahead and find out what Bosco does with his dance style and himself. Full power, no shot, 21st. Hey, what's up, Bosco? Welcome to our show. Okay.
So weird.
So Bosco, welcome to our show. And I know a lot about you, meaning you're my dance mentor. I started my journey from like learning from you. At the same time, we have our own crew. So the vibe is different here, what we are sharing. And then I know that you're a most hustling person from our crew. Like everybody hustles, but like you have taught us so much. But I would love, like I know your journey from the start, but I would love you to share your journey from dance education, from the start, how it started and everything.
Okay, so first, actually, I got this interest of dance in Xavier's. Okay, if I wasn't in Xavier's, I don't think I would be dancing at all. And in the first year, what happened is I used to just watch. That time I think it was Step Up 3. I'm not
Step
very
Up 3.
I'm not very sure. Okay. So I got this thing and I saw Matt Chat doing this isolation thing and I used to keep doing it and let's doing waves and all. That time it was, now anyone can do a wave, but at that time it was like big thing.
True.
And so what happened is that time it was 50 years of Xavier's and they had to do a special performance in Kala Academy. So they wanted like many students. I'm not sure how many, it was more than 30, I feel, like a mega crew like. And they were teaching for free, like, they were like teaching us good, like big choreo, okay? And my seniors, Amresh, they are still dancing, like Amresh, Sherlin. So they were teaching us. And Datsun told me, one of my friend Datsun, he told me that there is this thing. Why don't you join since you have interest in dance? And it was after classes, so we were like, cool, like, something to do at least. So I learned and they taught a lot and we made a lot of friends at that time. And that was like my start. I started there. And after that, since second year, we formed like a small crew, like, just to get that experience of competition. We didn't know anything. We used to actually just rip off choreos and practice. But yeah, like I formed 6 of us were there in one. 6, no, not even 6. I think 8 were there. And we went for two or three competitions. We lost, but we learned what to do. And so there I started learning slowly. I used to watch, most of my learning is through YouTube only. It's not any kind of training. I wanted to learn, but at that time I think I don't know, I couldn't afford, I think, that time. And so we learned through YouTube. Then third year we became better. We started winning college competitions. Group became more stronger. Like only 6, 7 of us were like very good. And I think literally we won everything except one competition. But remaining 5 or 6 we just won first place. That was not even second, third. So and then I thought, so what should I do after third year? Should I just work? Should I like continue dancing? And I went to school counselor, but she was like, you should do what you want. You should not regret later. That's what basically everyone tells you that, but how to do it, no one tells you. So I had to figure it out, yeah. And so I contacted one of the dancers, Alistair Gomes, and he told me that if you want like experience and all, and want to learn how to teach, and you join. Like, so I was working with him for a year, I think. Yeah, and in that time, I also formed. I don't know whether. Yeah, I formed. I was in one of the crews, like my friend Yash. So I was with him, and in his crew. So his crew was called FLDG that time. Okay.
Yeah.
And we had 5, 6 members. We also went for this Indian Hip Hop Championship in Mumbai, and Yeah, so that was a very, that was the, like, uh, you say start of a professional journey, you can say. Because we didn't, like, we used to see only Goan dancers, Goan crews like Demalize, V Step, who are like Ashish, and who are already like that time they were like the best. And we, I mean, FLDG before me was good, but we hadn't seen, like, crews from other states, and so we didn't have that experience. So when we went there, we saw like the style, how, like, what all they, like the groove part. We used to just dance, look at moves, take this move, take that move, try to make it, through our limited creativity and limited knowledge, we try to make simple choreos and all. And that time, what, we used to dance for 3 minutes. Now people dance for like 1.5 and 2, and so that time it was like 3 minutes, and we saw small children over there like killing it, and we saw how they were doing their formation tricks, when they have to do what, how you have to interpret the music. We understood all that. We obviously we didn't qualify. We didn't even qualify the first round, but we learned a lot. Yeah, and then since that time, we knew where to work. We knew that we had to learn. We were just starting, and so we started going for workshops. Yeah, that's how it began basically.
So, like, this is the beginning part,
Yeah, this is the
of your
beginning.
journey. So now you started from college and then you came here,
Yeah.
and now you had your own crew.
Yeah.
Yeah. So could you just tell me more about that crew which you all had, and
Okay.
where you all went, represented the state, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. So my crew's name is was called Rude. Okay. And me and Yash, actually, we formed it together. So, and we recruited people from the college only. They were, I think, all first years, I think, except one. One was second year, maybe that. So they were very young. I passed out, and then I formed the crew, like that. It was. Yash was in second year, I think. Clinton was third, and there was Victoria and Kalpesh. So they were both first years, and they knew to dance, and so it was not difficult for us to teach them as such. Like, we just had to make sure that, they know what kind of dance we are getting into, and what is our goal and stuff. So we got down for this Ashish's competition, Goa's Dancing Superstar. We placed third over there. Then we went for PODS. PODS was very big. It's a big competition in Mumbai. So there we placed 17th, I think. There were like 100 crews, I think. So, and yeah, and I think these two were the major competitions which we participated. But we had to work really hard, and at that time there were very few competitions in Goa. Even in India, I think it was, they were more, but it was difficult to travel. Yeah, because some exams are there for them, work is there for me. Yash also used to work, I think. Like, he used to do like small gigs or something like that, and Clinton had his boards, so it was difficult. But yeah, so we worked quite hard, and we have seen big crews who are now going for dance floors. We competed with them. If we had continued, maybe we would have been that big, but it didn't work out. But we are happy, like, we are all now, Kalpesh has his own style, we're all individual artists now, so it's good.
So, bro, now y'all went to pods. See, y'all must have seen a different vibe, Like, even if you go now, what is that one difference,
Okay.
between them and us, which we are lacking, and according to you, which you would tell us.
Okay. The thing is that in the other states like Mumbai, developed states like Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore, Chennai, okay, so these states, dance was there much earlier, like that style of dance I'm talking. It was there, I don't go on how many, 4 5 years before us, before we even knew what was, this kind of dance. So, obviously they know more, and so they must have practiced more, a lot, and they knew that they had to take workshops. And what happened is they had created that scene. So the whoever are the, who began the style and all, they already knew, like, they learned from outside people, like, from foreigners and all. They went, they traveled. I know some people who have traveled out. Some people took online classes. So in time you become better. But the thing is, why it's not that we are weak or something like that. It's just that we came to know it late. So we are now learning and now we are growing. And also it's also like who takes it depends on the dedication. It's not a easy art form, because if you think that you're going to make a lot of money, it's not true. You're not going to make a lot of money. You're doing because you like. Either you become big, like you say, Dharmesh, yeah, Puneet, or you are nowhere. That's it. That's the end of the story. Like, you either become big or no, nothing. You can obviously you can open academies, you can take classes, you can do shows that way, but you're not going to make a name. I'm talking how you're going to be like really successful. Like, you can make an academy and make name. That is up. That's it's on your choice. Like, but if you want to be really successful, like a really known dancer, then it is challenging, very, very challenging. It's not that easy. People work very hard. Some people succeed, some people. It's like just like any other art form: singer, dancer, rapper, any photographer, cook, like that it is.
Cool. Okay. So Bosco, now that the crew became, you started from a college, and then slowly you learned dance. You got into professional dancing, and I've known that you have traveled also, to learn from like Mix 62, and I would love you to share that experience as well. How was it?
Okay. So in I think that was 2017. I think I traveled, and I actually contacted him on Facebook. I didn't know who he was, so one of my friend from Pune only told me, and he was like, you should talk to him, talk to Mix 62. He's like dancing for many years, so he's say older generation dancer, yeah. And he's saying that I asked him, so what style he knows and all. He's like, you contact him. And so I contacted Mick, and Mick said, when are you coming and all. And then I think that was Jan, I think. And we started 1 month. I was there in Mumbai. And I thought, what, it'll be a studio, and go to see, it was some temple was there, and there was a hall, not hall also, it was a stage with a good floor, but okay. And some b-boys were practicing, and I'm like, so where is Mick and all? He's like, he'll come, like that. And I waited, and Mick came, and then he's like, okay, hi. He introduced himself. He's like, what do you know about freestyle? And I was like, freestyle. I don't know what is freestyle. I don't know anything. So he's like, okay, yeah, show me what you know. And he just played some music, and he's like, just dance itself. I'm like, just dance. I'm like, should I prepare something? He's like, no, just dance. He's like, you don't go for parties and dance, or I'm like, okay. He's like, but technique use, don't just like. And so whatever knowledge I had about hip hop, house, I just added all that, and I just did. I don't know what I did, but he is like, you have good footwork, but you have no groove, and okay, I'll train you. And then he started teaching me popping that time. So like basic, like what is popping, the history, and that time I used to think like, what is it? Why is he talking about history? Like, why is that important? And he's like, you. Then he only said by himself, he's like, history brings you more closer to the dance. Why you're dancing, you'll know that. And he's like, every dancer should know where the style came from, why are we doing it, and yeah, so I learned popping, but I never felt it. Okay, I mean, it was forced, like I was forcing the moves out, and I didn't know what to do. Like, I didn't know how to tell him that, it wasn't suiting my style. And then Karthik Raja, like, is a very big choreographer. So Karthik was that time learning locking only. He was very good, and he only taught me like certain things. Mick and him taught me like together. And yeah, so he taught me the basics, and he's like, you just freestyle with this, only use this pace and twirl point and all, and just play around with it. And yeah, so it took me time because I didn't learn locking soon. I was more focused on popping. Oh fuck, it's hot.
So you can use your handkerchief. We are sorry for the trouble, guys. This is just extra. My questions are so risky for him that he's also.
Yeah, I'm so nervous.
You can use it while
Yeah, no. Yeah. Okay. So with Karthik, like Karthik taught me like the few 6 basics were there, and he was like, for now you just do this, and he's like, you just play around, and he taught me a lot of things which I didn't think was possible. And eventually I could understand, like it doesn't take that much time to understand that like all this thing, but but you have to listen to the music and dance, and so eventually I got the hang of it. Then I came like 1 month became, and then I came back to Goa, and then after like you guys were there, so then I thought first I showed Kalpesh what I know. I wanted to see his reaction. He's like, "Damn, you know so much," and all like that. And then I like tried to, through my way, I tried to like tell other people like this thing exists. So I just expected like the scene would grow, at least a little bit. So yeah, that was it. Yeah.
That's like very crazy, like you traveling out, learning and coming, teaching us as well, which
Yeah.
plays a very important role in our growth as well. So also, bro, now you have done solo, like you get down solo now. So which is like your favorite competition, where you have got down battles? So we know you're killing it, not giving anyone else to win. Why? I don't know why, but any one of your favorite battles or competition you can tell us.
Evolution is one of the, because the like see battle scene is different, and what do you say, the solo competition is different. In a solo competition you have to prepare, you have to, the audience is there, you should know what they like, what they don't like, and what song choice matters, what the judges will like. That is if you know the judges it's cool, but most of the solo artists won't know if you're new, like again from some other state. And so that is one thing. Then you have to keep in mind, because it's all preparation, right? It's all preparation. Your costume, everything matters. How you present yourself, you should be different. So I was new to it, so I didn't know. I can dance, but because lockers, like, so we are dancing for many years, right? So we know everything. We know how to make a sequence, how to make a choreo, but how to present it in a circle is good. We know how to do that, but to a live audience it's a different thing only, because light is there, music is there, and you have to show that much energy, and because your energy should reach the audience, like. So that was, it's different, it's good, you should know that, like it's a, what do you say, performance art, right? You should know all this. And plus you get to learn a lot from different competitors. So someone is doing contemporary, someone is doing hip hop. Yeah, you see how they express, and what is different from our music to theirs, and what they do on certain kind of, like a blank space is there in the music sometimes. What do they add? How do they interact with the audience, like that? Why judges like them more than us, like that? So that's what, when I went for my first evolution competition, I wore okay, kind of good costume. I was prepared with my song, but I danced on the English song, and I I mean, Abhishek Das spoke to me, like he was a judge, so he told me, he's like, I was grooving it in for your music, like I was playing, like my song was a MJ song, right? So he was like, I knew the song, I knew the music, but the other judges weren't grooving also, because maybe they didn't know the song, they were not connected. He's like, in this game you have to play it smart. He's like, maybe if you had played a very common song which even the crowd and everyone knew, then it would be good. But you went for something like, like an English song, maybe everyone doesn't know like that song of MJ, say Thriller and all, everyone knows, so that became the, not a big issue actually, but that also counts, that point system, it counts. So yeah, that was one, like in solo category, that was one. And battle, you can say IPL in Chennai, IPL, not Indian,
Cricket,
not
yeah.
the cricket one. Okay, so Indian Premier, that is locking. Okay, so IPL, and so that is organized like I think every year by Rocky in Chennai. He's my mentor. So uh, there the like the competitiveness is like very high, and it's all lockers. And the first time I went, I had prepared like certain things, certain moves and all, and these guys were just chilling and dancing, and it was looking so much better, and like the OG was judging that time, so he had come. I went out in the tiebreakers, I think, but he told me, that he's like, you don't have to throw your moves, like your best moves. He's like, you can relax. You have to use your best moves if you feel your opponent is too strong. Okay, so he said, learn more, okay, and use that. So from your what do you say? From your basics, you can grow a lot. Those big moves which we see late wins and all doing, that is because they are dancing for 10 years, 15 years. So for them, it's cool. They can do it because they know their basics. They can, even if they don't use those moves, they will still, win. So he's like that. You will slowly learn it, Sim. And so that was where you. I feel like where you learn, that becomes a good battle, or that becomes a good competition. So the judges actually, you should. I mean, I would not everyone does that, but for a battle, I always go to the locking judge, not a all-style judge, because it won't make sense. They won't understand my style, but if I'm in a locking battle and I go to a locking judge, I will always ask him like, what can I do? And then it depends on you how you. If you want to take his suggestion, you take. If you don't want to take, it's okay like that. It depends on you.
Also, bro, now we have spoken so much about dance,
Yeah.
like, anything you would love to add on, like from a Goan dance community perspective
Okay.
to the outside, like what is lacking, what needs to be changed, what has to improve, from your point of view, because we have some other dancers who have been here in this show of mine. They
Okay.
have given their opinions, but what according to you we need a change, which we can see from the younger future, or we are, though, anyways, trying to get change and we
Yeah.
are still doing nothing. But what you would love to see the change over here?
See, I have a lot of friends in other states who are lockers. I've spoken to them and they always tell me that you don't give up, like you try to, motivate the kids, like kids as in, yeah, any dancer who wants to get into this scene and all. So it's like motivate them, organize certain, like maybe a small workshop, a certain jam or something, so that other people can see. But yeah, I mean, it depends, it really depends, because not everyone is interested in dance. And what happens is the parents don't motivate them. The parents will be like, "Ah, you dance for now, and after 10th standard, 11th standard, you leave because there is no future." So that shouldn't happen. I mean, and also because of that, no, they leave. You can still continue dancing, right? You don't have to like stop at that moment. You can continue. You can, now the reels and all are there. You can like dance you can dance for reels. You can do the trends. There's no problem. You're still, as long as you're still dancing, you will gain that. But to grow a scene, we need, people are trying, like you're organizing competitions, organizing battles, workshops, trying to spread it through different ways, social media. But I mean, in Goa, it is a little difficult. People are very chilled out here. I feel like, based on my experience, I feel they are too chill. When we were in college, if there was certain, like there was an event, say like plus points, I don't know, everyone used to like come together, show off their talent and all, because that's the only time you can do it. Like when you're old in work and all, you're not going to show your colleagues, right, that you have this talent. It makes no sense. In college, it's a good place to show off your talent. And but even when I passed out, I saw the scene, it was dead. I went to judge also and I saw there was no talent. Like maybe they didn't want to show, I don't know like what, but there was no talent only. Like, and most of the people like to, what do you say, because it's a chill place. Goa is a chill place, so people like to party, roam with their friends and all. And I mean, that attitude for an artist is not good. If you want to pursue something, you have to work. You have to put some effort at least. At least try. Like put 2-3 years and see. If it's not working, it's okay. You tried, but put your best and at least do it. I was not a good dancer. I don't even like I got so much, you know, so much. I had to listen to so much. What do you say? Criticism. I have to take criticism. For my teachers, students, friends. Initially, later on, I didn't face that much problem. But initially, I had to face so much, and it kind of demotivated me. But I thought like in one day, no one becomes a dancer. 1 month, no one becomes. It takes time, and I worked towards it. But it came from within. Okay, so it's not like somebody tells you and then you do. It should come from you. People will tell you. People now also people tell something about me. They speak. Okay, but I don't care.
True.
Yeah. So the scene about the scene, I feel it is much better than before. Okay. Everyone has knowledge. Suresh is spreading knowledge from south. We are trying to spread in the north. Ashish is trying to spread. There are people who are trying to do certain things. Maybe if mesmerizers are trying to do something in the north, like it will. But the growth is slow. It's not like how Mumbai is. Everyone is eager to dance over there, and it's I don't know why it's like that, and why that scene is not in Goa. And I don't know. I might get a lot of hate for this, but it's the truth.
True.
If people are not interested, people are not interested. You can't like force them, right? And we are trying, but yeah, I mean it is coming, but it's slow. We can just like try. That's all we can do. Yeah, so people should take more interest. I feel like see what do you say? There are opportunities where you can grow. Like there are reality shows. You can try reality shows. You can start your classes. You don't want to do reality show, no problem. I don't want to do reality show. I teach for workshops. I consider myself a better teacher than a dancer, like because I have more experience in teaching than in dancing. So you can do that. Academies, shows. If you want to go shows, they are good money. You can do it. You can go in shows. Plus, what do you say? What do you call it? Ballroom, not ballroom. Say bachata, salsa. All these have a lot of scope. Like you can teach for weddings. You can teach normal people because older people cannot dance our style, so they will go for that. There is scope, but people don't want to, go. People want to become engineers, doctors. It's like that. So, yeah, we can just try. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
Also, bro, now like we almost at the end of our podcast. So, like you're a DJ now as well.
Yeah.
So, can you tell me the importance of music and dance?
Okay.
Because a DJ is who's actually giving the music, and you play almost all the genres for the battle. So you will be having more knowledge, about मतलब कौन सा गाना कब बचाना है,
Yeah.
मतलब कैसा scene है, what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm getting it. Okay, so see when I started DJing also, I learned a lot about music, like the counts and where you have to mix the song, and it gave me good knowledge, because when we are dancing, like even in locking, right, so the timing is very important for us. Every style has their own thing, but in locking, timing is must. If you're not on one, you're off. Like that it becomes. So we are trained like that. Most of the lockers will dance on time, like unless you are a beginner, then you will not understand. So the bass, the timing, the beat timing. When you're freestyling, you if you know the song, it's fine. If you don't know how you'll understand the beat, that is all important. Like it helps you in choreography also. Like if the song is like suddenly, it's difficult to explain sound. Okay, so say a certain move can be done like fast, and certain move can be done fast, slow, fast. Okay, like that. if you just dance plain, like you do a certain move which a teacher taught you, but that is fine, okay, cool. But if you dance according to the music, the way the sound is going, like if you do, say you change the pace, like pace as in the speed of this step, or you add certain elements like a look or some kind of character, it gives more dynamic, and that's because you have that much music knowledge. So music knowledge you will gain only if you listen to different kind of song. Like you I don't I listen to everything. Okay, I don't have like certain favorite. I listen, it depends on my mood. If I'm happy, I listen to certain songs. Sad, different, like that. But I feel the more you listen, the more you'll understand. If you listen to only one genre, like if you listen to Bollywood, no, you will only understand Bollywood music. You will not understand anything else. So for me, I have to listen because I'm a DJ, so I have to listen like that. But as a dancer, every teacher has told me, like when we ask questions, the teachers always say, not necessary to listen to locking music. You can listen to everything. Like you should know everything, right? You should learn as much as you can. So yeah, the music helps you understand. The music will help you. If you understand music, right, you have like a superpower, like in dance, in freestyle, like you can do so much more. Okay, and in start when you start any kind of say when you start freestyle, you will automatically develop that. When you start dancing, you will not understand when to do what, but eventually you will get that. You will get there. So yeah, it helps. It helps. It is a must to understand music. Yeah.
Also, bro, now one of my favorite question: has your crew, like us, have we given, like, did you get anything from us as well? Meaning, dancing. You have seen the growth in us, like
Yeah.
all of us. But has it helped you in any way? Like your circle. Does it help you if you're around a circle like us?
Mm, see, it's what do you say? Like, obviously, you all have grown. I cannot say like. I mean, um, what y'all were before. Okay, y'all have become much better. Like, y'all get down for battles. You also reached finals once. Suchit has reached semi-finals. I personally have not reached any final, but yeah, it's you get to when we cipher, you get to learn a lot. Like although I'm a locker, but when we cipher, we learn from different styles also. Like certain things, maybe a character, like if say a Krampus character, like how he interprets that, how he uses certain thing, like say a Joker's character, how will he use in Crump? We can also use it in locking, but in a different way. So that idea, we always when we cipher, we learn from each other. And benefiting me meaning as if we all grow, we also grow. It's like that. So if I see something, I try to do it in my way. Okay, so I also learn. I can also exchange like that.
Also, like now, anything else you would love to add in this podcast from your side? Maybe it can be positive, negative, but just keep it positive,
No, no
like for
negativity.
the people, so that like it can help someone or it can change someone else's life or an artist's life, or anyone who's trying to learn locking, or
Okay.
anyone who's trying to learn freestyle, why it is important, why Cypher is important. Anything else you would love to add one point before we end this podcast?
Um, See, it's like um, you start dancing because you like to dance. Okay, so don't force yourself. Don't just go for the trend. Okay, like okay, this guy's a good dancer. I should also try doing something. No, it should come from inside. I mean, you want to try, you can try, but it should come. Do what you like. That's the main thing. Like. I cannot force myself to become a good actor like that. Okay, it should come from within, like to learn. Sometimes what happens, you learn and then you get that interest. Okay, so you can try that also.
It's okay, guys. No problem. That was just, like an element for our podcast. It's okay.
Okay, so yeah, I always tell this to everyone. Like when you're dancing, you should enjoy what you're doing. If you don't enjoy, it makes no sense for you to do that. And Also, social media, like there is a good side and a bad side of it.
True.
But I see the good side always. So, like many people say, they are doing the same thing, like the same reel. They're just doing the trendy moves and they're getting famous. But the thing, it works. It works in the end. It works for them. They are getting famous. They are getting followers. They're getting they're becoming more social with people. They're getting what do you call a brand sponsor. So whatever works, do that. Okay, it's simple. Don't have to think of the negative side. Tomorrow, I mean, just don't do it if you like. Now, say I like the woman choreo of Doja Cat that is trending now. I also want to do it. Okay, I also want to try. I might upload that also. Okay, it's cool. Whatever you like, you should do it. Like, and now reels are there. Reels are not bad. It's good. You're getting that much. You don't have to promote your video to get that many views. You can just, and you don't have to work that hard also. Like, on anything. You just have to just upload it. So, make use of whatever, what do you say? uh, Whatever platform is there, make use of it. Don't like waste it. Like, use everything. You want to get your stuff out, show it, because there's only one chance you can do it, and you should do it now only, like that.
True.
Yeah, so that's it.
Thank you so much, Bosco. Thank you for coming. Anytime.